Hey everybody, welcome back to Polar Group Podcast. I am Lauren Talon.
I'm Erica Cummings.
Aja Huff.
That's the first John.
Amari Rachel and Kim Unknown.
I still cannot get used to Cam Unknown. But today's topic, we're going to talk about relationships. Is it okay to cheat in your relationship or marriage? But before we start off, hey everybody, how's y'all week been so far? Like, it's been good, bad, how's the week? Cam?
God.
Amari?
Long.
Alright, that's it?
Long.
Destin?
The hero, I knew it. Nah, my weekend been straight, bro. I mean, no complaints either, man.
My week has been fine.
Erica?
My week was actually really good.
It's dope. My week was pretty cool. It was a long week, but it was cool. Alright, we're gonna start with Cam with a question.
Is it okay to cheat in a relationship or in a marriage?
And somebody cheated on you first.
Yeah, it only happened one time. It was
Back in the third grade.
freshman year of college. Freshman year of college. It was like my high school sweetheart. We've been together since like spring of like sophomore year of high school. And then I had left for the military. So I was gone for like 1 month and I went home or nothing. So I got on the phone with her, we had a whole argument. And she was just like, yeah, that's why I said to dick anyway. I was like, who? I just clicked and I ain't talked to her since. So since then, you know, it was just one of those things, you know, it hurt for
Oh,
but
hell no.
I'm saying you gotta learn, like, you gotta learn. That's really what it is. But then I just learned, like,
The nigga just take your gummy pills.
came out of, it's high school though. Like, people think differently coming out of their parents' home into freedom. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got some kids that, you know, were spoiled, but still couldn't go nowhere. Some kids that could go everywhere but didn't have anything. You know, so it's like, you don't know how people are between the age of 18 and 24. That's a fact.
What did she say she did again?
Huh?
What she said she did
Oh, what's up, Bart?
Hey man, chill out. I'm trying to bro. I wasn't trying to give in to
Alright, man, she was doing the butt nigga did something with somebody else when I was doing push up. Okay? I was hurt. Okay, I was hurt.
See,
I was
that's why I'm trying to, bro.
I was right there.
Come on,
So look, wait.
But I didn't raise that though. I did not go running.
What did you say, nigga? So wait. You boy look like Stevie. What did you say, nigga?
You know. I was at home for like 4 months.
Ooh, boy, I bet y'all had this some extra push-ups for that.
No, I didn't. I just gave it to the little chick that wanted me mom.
guys.
Gotta release energy somewhere. Why be mad? Worry about something else, you know.
It's high school, bro. You mad?
It was high school. That's what I'm saying. I was a freshman in college. I was running track. I was in the military. I had money. Like, I'm young. Like, shit.
And they sound
Yes. If you think about it, it's a blessing. Like, you know, because some, you know what I mean, they have a girlfriend while they're in the service. A lot of them get married straight out. Like, as soon as they come out, ain't even here, they got a TR or platoon yet, they get married over the phone. I'm like, oh, this is tripping. Like, yeah. I'm talking about Facebook was just going crazy. You know, it's as I say, like, when you're young, it's one of those things to where if you're not taught it, like, at home, it starts at home. If you're not taught who you are early on to when you do get in a relationship and you have these situations to where you're testing yourself, like, am I good enough? Or like, was I worth it? Like, is that person worth it? You know what I'm saying? But then the next move is, shit, do I want to stay with him? We together, shit, I'm gonna go get mine. You know, I've been looking at this person for so long, so be boom. So it all depends on you. You know, I didn't chase it, I just became a hoe for like 4 months.
Boy, look like Out here looking for revenge.
Also 16.
Yo, Mario, that face like,
Well, you look like you had some.
Oh, no, I don't know nothing. What's the question, sir?
Would you cheat if your girl cheated on you?
I'm gonna make a long story short, and I'm gonna say no. I ain't gonna do that. And I have many reasons, you know, certain reasons that are personal, and I probably won't say on camera, but I'm not gonna stoop to that level.
First of all, let your hands out your pocket, but I didn't know what you have. Your hands.
As I was saying, I wouldn't stoop to that level. Doing that is quote unquote beneath me. So I would take what society sees as the high road, if that makes sense. I even go so far as to say I take the Omarion route. Pray about it.
So you're gonna be a help on those folks.
Yeah. I don't know about being a hoe part. I don't do no hoe shit, but yeah.
That's what nigga that can't sing? Mario?
I'm not even going to charge that.
That's for the sake of me being on camera. That's not
We bounce back this way, Eric.
I don't think it's okay to cheat because your spouse, significant other, whoever cheated. I feel like maybe you should get to the root of why they cheated. Like, have a conversation. But I feel like an eye for eye I think it's toxic to just, because they cheated, to go back and cheat too. What is so funny over there?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, what's funny on my answer?
No, I don't think it's you. But I mean, that nigga started giggling, I giggled too. That shit contagious.
I'm sorry, I was thinking. This man said, she said eye for eye. My head said, shit, 2 more 2.
You can't go out here and quote the law of Hammurabi, bro. What the hell? Eye for eye. A 2 for 2.
Hey, someone.
Can we, like,
I'm sorry, I was trying my best over it. I was.
Erica, finish your point.
Please continue. Please continue.
I feel
Don't
like,
mind us.
so I feel like when people cheat, there's like an underlying reason. Because sometimes people just immature. Because I literally had to talk to my uncles a long time ago. They was like, sometimes niggas just cheat because they're curious. And I'm like, well, even if you're curious, you still need to have some self-control. Like, that's my thing. And I feel like you should just, like I said, have conversations because sometimes, you know, your partner may be lacking somewhere and the immature thing is to go out there and be like, well, I'm not getting what I need, so I'm going to go out there in the streets. But that's not healthy at all.
I mean, she cheated first. I mean, curiosity killed the cat, so.
Literally.
So might as well keep going down the cheat.
Literally.
That's far from healthy.
Right. But
It's toxic. Just break up. If you mad that you break up, or if you want to work through the issues with the person, work through it. But like, why get back at them? Like, it's pointless. Break up. If you feel like you want to get back, break up.
What the Red Bernard said,
Then you can go home and have sex with whoever you want to. Break up and you're free to do what you want to do.
oh my
There's gonna be
god.
some breaking, alright?
We heard from our vindictive department.
So
I ain't saying go cheat back though. That's what I meant.
alright, so look, so my answer would be no. I'm not. Nah. If you got cheated on, it's better to just walk away. But in my head, I'm saying one thing, but physically, I'm like, shit, eye for eye, 2 for 2. Cause if you cheat on me, I'm gonna get my look back before we end this thing.
Damn right. I got to have it.
You got to have it.
I said it's the right thing to do.
But nah, realistically speaking, nah, it's not
The
gonna
right thing to do.
Realistically speaking, nah, I'm not gonna do that because morally speaking, it's the wrong thing to do. Even though I was cheating on, I'm not about to go back and cheat on. Do it just because you did. Like, I'd rather just walk away and keep my dignity and probably be a hoe for the next 2-3 weeks than just sit around and wait on her to be like, baby, take me back. No. Because you know you messed up. No. I'm coming back. Why don't you not coming
Well,
back?
that's what I say. Break up and go fuck who you.
She gonna come crawling back and I'm gonna get her like,
No,
They always
sis,
come
you
back.
had your chance.
They always come back.
So that's
I'm
what
telling you, they always come back.
What do I think?
Mm-hmm.
The question is, would I cheat back? No. I wouldn't. I would just I would try to work it out first. But if it's going nowhere, then I would just leave. Because I think it's I'd rather just try to work it out first. But if I'm not, it's like I said, if I don't get anywhere, I would rather just leave. I feel like, what's cheating back gonna do? They already cheated. They don't give a fuck. Apparently.
Side note, I aspire to be just like you,
Because if my significant other cheated, what's the point in me doing it when the other person just didn't care that they did it?
She
It's
said,
not.
I gotta get my look back, so I'm gonna get my look back.
Like if I get my look back, the other person could be like, I mean,
Where you gonna go from there?
it's like where you go from there? Nothing. So I'd rather just either try to work it out, or if that doesn't work out, then I would just leave. What do you think?
God is really gonna bless you. Cause I mean, I aspire to be just like you.
Oh Lord.
But the way my head's set up,
You gotta get even.
No, but after you gotta get y'all lick back, what are you doing? Are you staying in a relationship? Or?
oh hell no.
That's gonna be
That's his
the
answer.
Exactly.
That's the answer first.
I gotta get. See, when I play tic tac toe, I like to box my opponent in, where I can win two different ways. If that makes sense.
No.
In the words of Skip Bayless, it's my turn!
Put your glasses on. Glasses.
Look, he said turn the other cheek. He said, right, wait, turn the other cheek.
I ain't in there. You feel? Well, I felt that when he said that. I felt every word of it.
Oh, man.
But go ahead.
Can I get to my monologue? Skip? Can I get to my monologue? Nah, I don't think you should do it, man. No, because at the end of the day, to cheat is to cheat. You know, regardless of who does it, you both are still classified as cheaters. So I wouldn't agree with doing it regardless of the situation. But I can understand how old me would say, nigga, you better get even. That mentality always stays with you, but I probably wouldn't do it in this day and age. It's not worth it. At the end of the day.
Oh yeah. Like I said, hey, y'all some good people, man.
I mean, you're right, but are you gonna take that person back?
No.
So what's the point of getting even if you ain't gonna take them back?
Respect.
Respect.
That's not respect.
Oh, no, for sure. You gonna respect me when I get
They
through
won't.
with
They
y'all.
won't.
They
They
won't.
won't.
Shit me. Oh, you gonna know.
They're not gonna respect. They're not gonna respect you. They're just gonna move on to the next thing.
Oh yeah. You ain't gonna move on the same way that you move.
Actually, they will.
What is the point of you doing that though?
At this age, not your young self. Somebody at this
Right now.
Well, shit. The same reason why at the young age, respect. That
It's
has
not respect.
no. You see, people cross the line because they don't feel the consequences.
Okay.
You're not communicating the consequences thoroughly enough.
Please explain, because we got all night.
Oh,
Please elaborate, Einstein.
Case in point, people will be more likely to punch me in the face versus you. Why? Because they clearly understand the consequence behind their actions. You are a bigger guy, so therefore, you returning fire and hitting their ass gonna hurt a lot more.
But
Body mass has to do with this.
That's a perfect.
First of all, people gonna want to hear it. People want to hear this. People want to hear this because
Okay, everybody.
I got a new example. Okay, I got a better
Speak
example.
voices.
People are less likely to cross the mean guy versus the nice guy. Why? Because the mean guy didn't set the boundaries in the beginning. Fuck around and find out. Versus
She's
the nice
gonna fuck
guy.
around and find out.
No. They're less likely to do it. It's a possibility, but it's less likely to happen. People try people because they don't feel the consequences. There has to be a line and margin of respect.
So he said because you mean their likeness the likeliness to do something of harm to you is
Decrease.
not
Especially
as
in West.
prevalent as somebody that is nice.
Yes.
Why do you say that?
I've seen it happen.
What are they afraid of?
The consequences.
What's
Whatever they may be.
I said, what's the
However,
consequences?
however they want to retaliate.
You sound so domestic violent. It's just not.
Yeah, it sounds like you're talking about domestic violence.
It sounds like
Oh
you
my
coming
God.
from a mad
It sound like-
side.
it sound like
They can
abuse.
do anything. It ain't, bro, why is everybody jumping to violence? It could be anything that they do to retaliate.
Because that's the only way we
I mean,
somebody to be scared. not
Okay,
to
say
do
for
something.
instance, you know what I'm saying, reverse the situation and you cheat on a girl with one personality versus another. You know, one person might pour bleach on your clothes and shit. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
it's not respect, though.
There's consequence. There's consequence for the action.
But you said respect. You said you
Respect.
getting back at a girl by having sex with another girl but not being with that girl is respect. That's what you're receiving out of it. You're not.
You get the respect by getting eaten.
No, you're not. Shit.
No,
you receive your respect.
Me.
No. You will receive your respect from a woman in that sense by really not paying or giving her no type of attention. Because you did it, one, cordially and professionally. Because instead of any other typical guy she probably even did it to or had it happen to her, they got to argue. You just walk away.
How is that respect? Like you getting even?
Like I give you a prime example.
And break up with it.
Like so, look, I'll be real. Like I've been cheated on multiple times in relationships, and every time it's happened to me, the only girl I ever got my look back on, and it really wasn't even a look back, because by the time I found out that she cheated on me, she had been doing it with like multiple dudes. So it's like I just walked away. But see, at the time I was young, didn't know how to handle it, so I got flared off. I was like, bro, you ain't gonna cheat on me, and then I ain't gonna get my look back. So I slept with her friend, her best friend. But then turned around, I found out she was fucking already fucking one of my best friends. So it was like, so there was no look back. She was like, there's no look back.
Now
Right.
that's
So,
disrespect.
That's disrespectful.
That ain't disrespectful. That's showing my ass. Don't fuck with me.
No,
That's what you got.
no. So what happened was next
Cause you
was
still gotta see her.
no. What I hit her with.
Who?
What happened was she ended up calling with me because every time something went wrong with her mama's house, because her daddy was nowhere to be found, guess who she called? Me. Because it was in college.
The other day.
Should have blocked her.
okay, so I have a question.
What's your
I actually
question?
never answered.
What's your question, Aaron?
Everybody,
Okay.
What's your question?
will you stay with someone after they've cheated?
It depends on the person. Depends on the person.
Hell to the no.
To me, it depends on the person and who they are. It's like I want to see improvement. Like I need to like see that the other person want to make it work.
Well, okay.
Versus like, because I know if I want a person to make it work, I know that can be like smoke and mirrors. Like they can show me that they want to work but still do the dirt. So it's kind of like one of those things like I don't
Like it's a
think-
work in progress.
yeah, like it's a work in progress. Now, if they kept doing it, then I would just like cut ties and be like, you know what, this ain't working. You keep doing foul shit. Obviously, you sitting here showing me that you want to work it out, but you're showing a different person going out there cheating. So I'd rather just like cut it off.
Man, when I say God gonna bless y'all, y'all hearts and selves so different, and I aspire to be like y'all one day.
I mean, when you think about it, bro, we all human.
Right.
You know, I'm pretty sure there's some people in this room that have cheated and have been cheated on.
I don't do no cheating.
You never cheated?
Never.
Okay, first of all, let's define the word cheating. What is cheating?
Stepping out on your relationship. If God is my witness, I ain't never did no fuck nigga shit like that.
Okay, now you said, are we talking physically or we just
It
talking?
don't matter. Physically, emotionally,
Okay.
I don't play ping pong, hockey, or radio. I don't
Do you
get down.
consider, let's say they had a conversation with another dude. Like they didn't meet up, they didn't have sex, they didn't nothing, they just talked on phone or text.
Sorry, wait, let me
Pack your shit.
He said, Stop playing
That
ping
shit.
pong.
What if it's platonic?
Platonic. I don't believe in that.
You don't believe
I don't believe in that at all.
male and females can be friends.
Bro, there's always an ulterior motive.
That's bullshit.
Wait, so let me
So
ask
you ain't friends with no females right now.
That's
That you
bullshit.
classify as your friends.
that you talk to.
Maybe platonic.
That this is what
Maybe. Maybe.
Okay, I'm about to
Just
say
because I don't have an ulterior motive don't mean they don't.
But you can't.
But you still classify them as your friends.
No, I think your mother could just be your friend.
That's a
Shit,
fact.
I don't know.
Like,
But
okay,
then-
Today, I don't know.
But then
I can
that,
say that I know, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's
So,
going on.
but you classify them as your friends.
well, he's question.
I would like to, yeah.
Do you have trust issues?
Say yeah.
She does.
Definitely.
I don't think so.
Yes, you do.
What? That goes for my person that has trust issues.
Yes, you do.
Contradictive ass motherfucker.
wait,
Hello,
let me,
I don't think I have trust issues.
wait,
Trust issues. I just
wait.
I philosophize things. Here.
Hold on, go ahead.
So, okay, let me ask this. So you have, oh, sorry. So you have a platonic relationship with female friends.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think that's being hypocrite? Because if your lady has guy friends and you have girlfriends, but you don't want her to talk to her guy friends, but you're still talking to your girlfriends, how is that fair? Because like,
I mean,
That-
there could
I
be
don't-
a reason for that to happen. You know what I'm saying?
but then that
They could have
means,
shown some type of behavior where I don't feel comfortable. They've given me some sort of red flag where I may say that to this particular person that I'm dating at the time. But I don't always think that that would be the case because 9 times out of 10 I'm not gonna care. Not until you give me a reason. But if I smell something, I'm gonna tell you about it when I smell it. I ain't finna wait.
but then you just said that she may have ulterior motives, so
She could.
it's like,
But see, I can't jump the gun and say that. With the presentation of evidence, yeah.
Not every ulterior motive can be seen.
Precisely. That's why you gotta wait. Sometimes stuff reveals itself. You
So-
can't see it, you gotta wait.
So
till-
rather than jumping the gun and saying this person's not good for you, this person trying to holler at you, why not just sit and wait like you just said? You just immediately just jump the gun and say, nah, you can't have no male friends.
I ain't never really just jumped the gun and said, you know what I'm saying, a significant other can't have male friends. I ain't never really been in that situation. But I mean, if something don't seem right to me, I'm gonna say something about it. I may say something about this particular individual, don't fuck with him no more. I'll say that. But I'm not trying to go DEFCON 5 and just be like, nah, you can't have no guy friend. Cause then I gotta deal with not only bullshit from her, but bullshit from other people that she gonna tell, i.e. her girlfriends, you know what I'm saying, family members and shit like that. I don't feel like dealing with that.
What about you said people other being friends with their exes?
Oh hell no, no. I don't play them type of game.
So you don't want your girlfriend to have any type of relationship with her exes?
No.
Or like former sex partners?
I can.
What for?
I'm in agreement with that.
What for?
Because, like, first off, why is he still around? Like, if it's not a significant other, like, y'all have a kid together, why are you still around?
Cause they think you bullshit.
No, I haven't said it. What I'm saying is, why is he still around? Why are they still around? Because they've seen everything you're going to show me, they've seen. So, which means, why are they still around? You left them. They're in the past.
You asking the wrong question.
No.
Not why they
it's
still
like-
around.
it's
Why
like-
you still around?
It's like I can attest and I can co-sign that as well.
No, because why would I keep, like, for me, I have my daughter. So the only ex I have sticking around is the mother of my child. If outside of that, I have none of my exes still around. Like, my ex might contact me, we can have a brief conversation, but there's nothing past a brief conversation. Like, they're being friends, hey, let's meet up, let's go. None of that.
So you guys are saying that exes are incapable of being like really close friends?
No,
Precisely. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I
I
say
can't
that.
agree with that because
I disagree.
I'm
I
saying
disagree. Exes can be close friends. I agree to that.
Yeah, for sure.
But the possibility, but my issue with that is, see, you want
see, she's saying sex partners.
Sex
I said
partners,
sex
exes.
partners and exes.
What's the difference?
I mean,
We use it for the
No,
same
not
thing.
even- not
if
even
you
that.
get a sex partner and
Not even actually slept with. You know, some
I have not slept with, and I can't kid you not.
Alright.
I kid
But
you not.
then this could have been somebody you just had sex with and that's it. And then there was like no relationship, y'all just had sex.
Shit, that's a relationship
why
within
wants to live
itself.
up to keep going.
That's a relationship within itself.
It's like
Sometimes.
I'll say it depends on the individual, man. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you really gotta see how a motherfucker move. If a motherfucker move a certain type of way, of course you're gonna have distance about somebody hanging out with that person. But you know, when you see how close knit they are with each other, to the point where they have some type of chemistry outside of a sexual relationship, you shouldn't have a problem with that. Because push come to shove, you push that person away, you push your
Comfort zone.
Yeah, you push your comfort zone with somebody, and you push your girl away from that person. You may be pushing your girl into the hands of somebody else by being hypocritical.
Well, shit, if she want to go to somebody else, she can. I think it's nothing.
I mean,
But you blocking your own blessings, bro, by not being understanding.
Shit, if she leaves, she want them no blessing in the first place.
What's meant to be will always come back. So you gotta understand.
that's
Shit, me.
Bro, how can you move
Life
on?
ain't no boomerang.
Nah, bro, how can you move on if you didn't understand the lesson?
Easy. Meditate, get that shit up out you.
No.
Try again with
Let
somebody
me
else.
ask that question again. How can you move forward if you didn't understand the lesson? You can't.
Easy.
You can't.
Meditate, get that shit up out you. Try again with somebody
How
else.
can you move on if you didn't understand the lesson? If you can't understand the lesson, how the fuck you gonna move forward? Ain't no meditation. Ain't no type of meditation or.
I got the keys, my nigga. Fuck with me. I got you.
Nah, bro.
This ain't Future, my dog. Future definitely
No.
got the keys.
And this ain't yesterday either, bro. So you gotta understand the lesson and move forward.
What's up?
If you got shot in the butt, you gonna go back to that same area and get shot again? No. What was the lesson?
And you damn, and you damn sure ain't about to meditate on that shit.
You ain't.
Oh, the meditation is in the damn injury.
That's the point. So in a relationship, if you broke up with your ex, you're going to learn a lesson from your ex. For you, your word is meditation. But you gotta understand, you gotta learn the lesson, accept and learn the lesson. There's no way I can move forward to the next person if I didn't learn what I did wrong, what she did wrong, and what went wrong in the relationship combined before I can move on with somebody else.
Well, my thing is, what exactly would you have done wrong being the person cheated on in the first place? Like I said,
it's
like so
there's so many things.
There's so many
things.
Like you never said you didn't put a gun in their head and force them to do that. No,
But you
but
not-
I had.
But at the same time, there's a lot of things that can contribute to that. You couldn't have did your part as a man. You couldn't did your part. I ain't even going to go as far as say as a man. You couldn't did your part as the partner. You wasn't giving her the attention that she needed. You wasn't giving her the sexual attention that she needed. Like it's not an excuse, bro. Relationships is a two-party group. Like what you put in is what you get out. If you ain't putting shit in,
It's all about
what you think she gonna do? She gonna get that shit somewhere else. If you got cheated on because you wasn't satisfying her or you wasn't giving her attention, she gonna seek it elsewhere.
That's what we talk about love languages.
She gonna do that regardless.
No, I'm
She
already.
not.
That's why we talk about love languages because it's like everybody got their specific love language. Like you can think you're doing everything right, but if you're not meeting that person's love language, they gonna feel like you don't love them. Like you're needy.
Especially
Your needs in general.
if they're communicating that to you.
Especially if I'm telling you, hey, I like compliments, and you're not giving me compliments, I'm gonna go find somebody that's gonna give you compliments.
I'm just gonna agree to disagree. I just think that's just excuses.
Yeah, but your job as a partner is to do what your partner's ask, tell them what they need, because everybody has needs. If you're gonna work in a relationship, you have to meet each other's needs. You have to. That's the only way it's gonna work.
No, I agree with that. I agree.
So, let's flip the switch. Let's say that you are sexually unsatisfied. You're communicating to your partner that we're not having sex enough, we're not being intimate enough, we're not doing these things, and she still proceeds not to do it. And do you find somebody else that has the appeal to satisfy those needs? Are you not going to seek that person?
Probably not in the way that you think.
After continuous conversations with your partner, that you trying to get these needs satisfied, and she's not doing it. She's not giving you the attention. She's not giving you the intimacy. She's not giving you the
I'm being
communication.
100% genuine when I answer this question. Potentially, maybe so. But definitely, like off the bat, probably not. I don't do shit like that. I don't move like that. Just because some shit ain't going my way right now, especially in that area, don't mean I'm gonna use it as an excuse to leave or just go do some fuck nigga shit. I ride shit out. I'm in it for the long run.
Agreed, and I commend you for that. But you gotta also understand, if you're not getting satisfied in one category, you do go looking for it somewhere else. You're not saying you're not looking for it in somebody. It could be you're doing it with video games. Like they say, men, our thing is we run video games, we run to an activity when we're not satisfied in a certain area. Women, they go to maybe shopping, hang with their girls, something. And the problem is, in relationships that we're having today, our biggest problem is we're not listening and communicating properly to each other, which causes those cheating problems, which causes those infidelities, which causing the more marriage and divorce rates going higher.
When do we stop the excuses for that though? Because at the end of the day, I don't see because you're not satisfied. I don't see that bullshit.
Okay, nobody's saying this is an excuse, but it's just we're human beings. We're human beings. We're imperfect. We're going to make mistakes.
I understand, and I agree. All I'm saying is, I see it as, look, if I want some extra coochie on the side, and I go get it, it's because I made the conscious decision to go out there and get me some extra cash.
So what you saying is
it ain't my significant other ain't had nothing to do with me putting my clothes and shoes on, cranking my car, or getting on my phone, getting on Backpage or some outlandish shit and finding some extra on the side. They ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. As an adult, as a grown man, ain't nobody else responsible for my shit but me. I gotta wipe my own ass. That's what I say.
No, I feel you on that.
no, you're 100%.
He's not wrong.
You're not wrong.
We're not.
But what we're saying is the same way you did what you did. Now you cheated on your significant other. Now your significant other, you have now taken what you wanted for something from your significant other. It might not have been, oh, I just want to go fuck somebody else. It might have been, yo, I've been saying, babe, I need you to give me a hit. Or, hey, I need you to do this in bed. And they continuously, you give them opportunity after opportunity, and they choose not to do it. Then you choose to do what you did. Yeah, it's a problem. It's a two-way street problem. One, she didn't listen to you and cater to your needs. And two, you went and cheated. That's the problem that goes on today. It's both sides do not want to bend or quote unquote the word submit to somebody else's wants. It is okay to open to somebody else's wants as long as your wants are being reciprocated, are giving the attention to. That's what we're lacking today. It don't matter if it's a man or man, woman or woman. That the problem is we are lacking. What's the word again?
Reciprocity.
I don't say reciprocity is all day. We're lacking reciprocity in relationships. Relationships are 50-50. But the problem that what we're seeing in 50-50, most people think is financial. It's way bigger than that. It's sexually, it's intimate, it's mentally, emotionally, psychologically. Financial maybe 25%. But you got so many other things that are needed to be reciprocated to make relationships work.
And everything begins with choice. You know, everything.
Now see, there we go. Now we getting somewhere.
Everything begins with choice, though.
She missed everything I said.
Nah, I didn't miss anything.
I still can't agree with you to say you don't have trust issues. Because literally everything you saying, it's not everything is a contradiction, but it's more so not understanding to you. Because to say that you would cheat on a woman that cheated on you for respect, that's trust issues. Facts. Because one, if you didn't care about her, you wouldn't do anything to hurt her. But you want respect. You feel like you lost something. So trust.
So as the reciprocal,
It's just
as the reciprocal, you went out there to prove a point.
Then break up with her for respect. So that's why I said that's trust.
I mean, if you're a parent and your child breaks something after you tell them to sit their ass down, you gotta stop.
That's two different things.
Nah, there has
That's
exactly.
discipline.
There has to
Trust
be.
and discipline are two
There
different
has
things.
to be some form.
Do you trust a 5-year-old in your house by itself?
I don't trust nobody. Side the point.
You ain't with me.
You got trust issues.
Why he listen?
He's listening to like
That's beside the point. That's beside the point.
No, it's not. I'll rest my case.
Okay,
He said, I don't trust nobody in my house.
okay, everybody, one at a time.
You literally just sat here and said,
Because you
I don't
gotta think about the
trust
logic behind that statement. Y'all can't just take what y'all wanted to hear and be like, oh yeah, we got it. No, you can't
But
do
you
that.
just said, discipline and how I treat my women is in the same light.
you just contradicted yourself.
So now you just contradict
There
yourself.
has to be some form of
Discipline.
and there has to be a line of respect, bro. I'm telling you.
So where did the trust come in there?
The trust comes into play of which y'all both making a conscious decision to do the right thing. The principle, doing right by each other. That's
So
respect.
your example of getting up, going to get your car, going to go fuck another bitch, that's your choice of being trustworthy.
No, that's prime example of you not upholding the principle of the relationship, not regarding your partner, not
So
respecting
you
your
don't
partner.
trust you don't trust your partner to give you what you ask for?
What you mean?
If you all you ask your significant other to do, when I come home at night, I'm not asking every day, but once a week, have a meal ready for me. And twice a week we should have sex. Those are my two requirements. If one of those two requirements ain't met, you gonna leave, go get what you want from somebody else?
No, I don't think I'm gonna do no shit like that. As I explained earlier, I'm in it for the long run. So I understand that shit ain't gonna happen overnight. And I also understand how that person was before I got with him. So
I understand his standpoint of saying that he's willing to compromise for the sake of another person. I get that. That's what he's saying. I'm willing to compromise. But when it comes down to having needs need to be satisfied from both parties,
Yes.
one to another.
okay.
There's no denying that. When needs are not satisfied, it is human nature for you to go seek those needs somewhere else. It is human nature.
I don't know.
When needs are not satisfied, it is human nature for you to go seek those needs somewhere else.
You will.
I'm not even talking about sex. I'm not talking about cheating. I'm saying it is human nature for when our needs are not satisfied, we go seek them somewhere else.
I think we use that as a plausible excuse.
It's not a plausible
It's
excuse.
not an excuse.
When it comes down to human
Okay, I got one. So you just said it's a plausible excuse. So it means you just said the same thing when you said you don't go find another girl to have sex with since you got cheated on. You just found an excuse to go have sex with somebody else.
No, in the
Relationship.
context of what I gave you, I'm
Oh,
saying
respect.
I'm making a conscious decision and knowing it's wrong. I'm not making an excuse. I'm saying I'm
Why are
doing
you
it.
doing it?
Why are you doing it?
You're doing it with respect.
You don't have to do it.
You don't have to do
You're
it.
doing it.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying I'm making a conscious decision to do that shit. There's nobody to
It's
blame.
still an excuse.
I'm making the decision to do that.
But you giving yourself an excuse.
You just gave yourself a
Yes, you
I'm
are.
not giving myself an excuse. I'm making
That
a conscious
is an
decision.
excuse.
I don't see it that way. I see it as I know what happened, and as you said, I don't have to do it. That conscious decision to go do it
Why you doing it?
for respect.
That's an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
So
That's not an excuse.
Let's back this up.
I don't see that as an excuse.
Let's back this up.
I see that.
Let's back this up. Hold on.
I see that as a teachable moment. Teachable moment.
So are you telling me? Wait. Hold on. So let's back this up.
You don't need to
So you're saying that's
Hold
a
on.
teachable. You're saying that's a teachable way to be excused for your actions. So what is your definition of respect in a relationship?
Not doing something that you wouldn't want done to you first and foremost, and upholding wholesome values, hygiene, being considerate, help, like, you know what I'm saying, helping out around the house. Don't make things a one person job, and especially when it don't have to be. And just uphold your end of the fort. Don't do something that you wouldn't want done to you, especially outside of your partner's presence.
So, like, I know I joked about this earlier, but I think you really are eye for eye, 2 for 2 kind of person. So, in retrospect, everything what we're saying is you have been contradicting yourself by saying,
I think y'all just not understanding what I'm
no, we all understand. We're trying to alert you and let you know you're contradicting yourself. Because to be respected means I let you know the rules, you knew the rules, so I respect, pack your shit, and go. Because you broke our contract, our moral contract. You broke our moral agreement. I didn't. You wouldn't slip with somebody, so you pack your shit and leave. I'm staying here because I broke this. The confines of what we built together, I didn't break that confine. You broke it. So in that sense, the person who cheated needs to go.
What's the lesson in that though?
Because you're out of something
There is no lesson in that. If you
Exactly.
If you're a man of principles, if you're a man of principles and values, you don't need to stoop to their level to prove a point. It's on them to learn the lesson.
Right.
They the one that need to learn the lesson, not you. You don't need to stoop to their level for them to be learning the lesson. All you doing by stooping to their level is belittling yourself.
That's the point of telling them it's time for you to leave.
So to sit here and say the bullshit, oh, I'm gonna cheat on her so she can learn respect. You still a cheater too.
Yeah.
You ain't no better than her.
Yeah. Eye for an eye.
Two for two.
I wouldn't say that you were better in the first place.
No, so when you want respect,
How do you respect yourself?
Respected when somebody cheated on you.
You know what I'm saying? How do you respect yourself if you stoop to somebody else's level? That's no integrity. You know what that tells me? You don't have no integrity about yourself.
If you don't want somebody to walk over you, you remove them from your life.
I mean, that's one way.
I'm trying to tell you.
That's
what?
respect.
I think we just going about a similar situation.
Let's
different ways.
attack
That's
this issue right here. What sublimity are you going to find by stooping to somebody else's level?
I don't consider that stooping to their level.
Yes.
You are stooping to their level, but if somebody slaps you in the face and you slap them back, what is that called? Getting even. Retaliation.
Even that's showing them that you can't put something in bed.
That's what it is. Getting even.
So that
Because
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say what makes you a better person in this situation? Walking away or cheating? What makes you a better person? What elevates you? What decision? Walking away.
You want me to answer that
Cheating.
question?
Cheating does not grow you.
I really don't think you want me to answer
Cheating
that
does not
question.
grow you. Cheating just makes you do exactly what they did, stooping to their level. Elevating is walking out the door and being like, you on your own. Or even just choosing let's work through this. That's also elevating.
Well,
let's talk through this, let's figure out what's going on. How do we get here?
If you don't know how to walk away from a situation, what makes you
I'm gonna
think?
walk away from plenty of situations. It's just the gravity of certain situations call for different things.
Okay, so
That sounds like an excuse.
That ain't no excuse.
So let me
It
ask
sounds
you.
like an excuse.
I would like
If
to
I
know
don't
the answer to
need-
that question.
If I don't need to put 100% of my force into something to get something done, I'm not gonna give 100%.
So answer her question.
Legit answer the question.
Ask me one more time.
What makes you a better person? What elevates you? Getting back or walking away?
Do y'all really want me to be honest?
Yes. Answer the question.
Get their ass back.
That makes you a better person.
Wait. So you know what you just displayed? We talk about this all the time. Women say it all the time. People say it all the time. You literally just display toxic masculinity. You definitely do.
Side note, I don't believe in such a thing, but continue.
Because that's even if it's not toxic masculinity, that's toxicity at its finest.
That's low vibration.
It's low vibrational.
Okay,
as he said, to slap somebody's ass back for slapping, that's low vibration.
Yes. Because
It's low vibration. If somebody slapped the hell out of me and I slapped them back, that's low vibration.
So
Talking about relationship.
But that's what he said.
Since you want to bring it up, put it in this perspective. If you slap somebody and you slap them back, you had two options before you slap them back. You could have pressed charges.
That's three, actually.
You could have pressed charges. You could have slapped them back, or you could have walked away. Correct.
This situation didn't have nothing to do with charges and walking.
Because guess what?
You slap me,
Guess
take your ass up.
Guess what? When you slap them back, they can press charges on you.
Shit me.
Yes, they can.
Yes, they
So,
can.
it's assault.
even if they
Especially if
sorry.
they got a
What they
hard
say?
time.
Police first.
It's all about whose story, who tells the story first.
You don't understand. So you
And you got visual marks.
So let's be honest. And I put this out here, and I want to hear from nobody. Don't you dare use this shit in the comment section either. Me and my baby mama got into an altercation. She claimed I strangled her. There was no strangulation marks on her. I had a bloody nose, I had almost a black eye, scratches on my face, anything. Guess who went to jail? I did. Guess who's about to be charged with domestic violence and aggravated strangulation? I was. And she's sitting at home with my child, acting like nothing happened. We're walking around saying, I got a broke arm. But you broke into my place, you did all of this, and I'm the one sitting in jail? Now, goes back to your situation. I heard that slap before a slap. Yeah, she called the police, I called the police. Guess who they took side? Hers. So, yeah, I'm walking away. Thus explains, no offense to her, why I do what I do with her. Why I walk away from her in arguments, in situations, because I don't got time. You've done it once, you will do it again. So why? What I want to get back at even with you in that situation. So I respectfully walked away from her and ain't looked back at it.
You're strong, woman.
Because I just realized I'm not doing 15 years for something I didn't do. And I got a child who needs me in her life.
Emotional damage.
So emotional, like he said, emotional damage. So for me, mentally, I choose me over you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're strong,
You have to understand
that I aspire to have one day.
You have to, in any relationship, doesn't matter who you're with, you have to have that strength out of the gate. Especially if a significant other wants to lead a household. To know, okay, I'm not about to move the same way you moving. Pack your shit, or I'll pack my shit and walk out. But one of us ain't gonna live in the same house. Because I'm not doing it. Respectfully, I'm not.
And everything ain't always about getting even. I mean,
It's not.
since we doing story time, I'm gonna tell you another story. I was in a situation where, I was dealing with this crazy girl that pulled up in my house. I'm not gonna bore you with the semantics, but let's just say one thing led to another. I asked her to leave, and she tried to fuck my shit up. Break my TV, break my Xbox, which is fighting words for any nigga. But I asked her to leave. I said leave. And she started talking all this stuff, saying, because, you think because you this and that you ain't shit, nigga, and then start trying to throw haymakers. And I grabbed her and put her on the wall and said, no, you gonna leave. You gonna leave. You ain't gonna do this. You gonna go. You gonna go. But she was prepared to fuck shit up. But I wasn't having it. I had the shit recorded from the beginning to the end so you can hear and see what she was doing. You can see everything she was doing. So even if she tried to call the police, I got the video and audio footage to prove that, yeah, you the one acting up. All I was doing was defending myself. Like I mentioned, my roommate was right there. Right there in the other room. Listening and then recording at the same time. Best believe she got the fuck out of the house. And she wasn't gonna fuck my shit up. So it's one thing to stoop to that level. It's another thing to behave bigger than the average person. You always have a choice. But the choice of getting even has a steeper consequence. Because at the end of the day, you are a black man, and your consequences are always going to be steeper in every situation.
I agree.
Because they hold us to a higher consequence than the average man.
I do.
So what sense does it make to sit here to have the mindset, well, I gotta get even? Out of respect. Respect gets niggas killed today. Let's keep it a buck. Respect will get your ass killed.
I think because
The streets
a
ain't
lot of us don't fight for respect. That's why we in the shit that we in. Because
No,
enough of us don't care enough
Respect.
about
First
us.
of all, respect starts with yourself. If you respect yourself, I don't give two fucks what a nigga think about me.
For sure.
I respect myself. I look in the mirror, I know who the fuck I am. I don't give two fucks about how niggas see me.
But people are going to continue to try you.
Truth be told, if a nigga try me, I have a choice to beat his ass or walk away. But at the end of the day, At the end of the day, my self-respect is still reassured. Now, it'd be different if he put his hands on me, then it's self-defense. But if a nigga ain't put his hands on you, nigga, ain't no shame in you walking away. That don't make you any less of a man or make you a bitch. Nigga, you can walk away from anything. Truth be told, you can always have the ability to walk away. That's not gonna make you any less of a man, it's not gonna make you a bitch for walking away. That's just you having respect for yourself. Fuck what any nigga think. Fuck what these bitches say. I ain't about to chase no nigga, I ain't about to chase no bitch. Who the fuck I am is who the fuck I am.
For sure.
And that's real, that's on some G shit. And you should have some more respect for yourself.
I got
rather than trying to prove these niggas out here who the fuck you are.
Nah, I ain't trying to prove myself. I'm just proving that you're not about to keep fucking with me. That's the whole concept. That's it. That's the message. That's what I'm trying to convey to y'all. Yeah, but you know,
What is fucking with you?
thinking about doing anything that causes me the slightest inconvenience.
Are they causing you harm?
Harm, inconvenience.
I said
anything.
no. Harm, bodily harm,
Bodily harm,
and
inconvenience. All that
Who
shit.
can agree? Bodily harm and inconvenience are two different things.
Yeah, I agree. There are two complete different things. I'm saying either one.
Me talking shit about you is an inconvenience. Me stepping on your shoes is an inconvenience. Me punching you in the face, that's bodily harm. Those are two different things.
Either one.
Now, if I punch you in your face, you have a right to retaliate, to defend yourself.
And you want to know where that punch in the face starts? It starts with that talking shit. It starts with that stepping on your shoes, and then it leads to somebody getting slapped. You gotta nip shit in the bud.
Boy, I hope you manifest your life, man. I hope you write this down, boy.
Nah.
He's speaking like a true southern nigga.
Write down like what you need, what you want.
Nah, I'm gonna just let God be ahead of
That
that.
motherfucker gonna have a
That's
10
right.
commandments.
Like
have a fucking 10 commandments.
Nah, I'm gonna let him have total control of that.
Commandment number 1, what Amari says goes. Commandment number 2,
No.
If Amari says do this, you do this.
No.
Commandment number 3, when Amari says jump, you say how high. When Amari,
that's
Commandment
not
number 4, at 6 o'clock,
That's not it.
sandwich time.
Time, man. It's just
That's
like
not
that.
it. All I'm saying is, if I don't start shit, don't start shit with me. That's all I'm saying.
But the conversation is about you were saying you want respect in your relationship, but if you're not respecting a woman by acknowledging her fault of not acknowledging what your need and want was, then why do you feel the need to get even with her by cheating back?
Cause you knew what the hell you were doing from the get-go.
But there's
I can't just sit there and allow that shit to happen.
why you
without-
can't get even with her by just walking away and then
I will.
so you got even by
After.
walking away.
You know what, guys?
So you the one that done the one cheating and that's it. I'm cheating on your ass and I'm leaving your ass.
You know what, guys?
One
We're
of them.
talking a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But somebody over here ain't been speaking their mind.
Ain't nobody said ain't said nothing.
Angel, what you think about what he's saying?
About like giving back. I feel like when you do stuff like that, you're not gonna stop doing that. And to me, I feel like that's not showing any growth, because that means like each relationship you enter to, and this person do something that you don't like, you get back at them.
True.
But that's like, but you're constantly getting at somebody versus learning and walking away from that person, because you can remove them from your life and better yourself, and you end up finding somebody that's for you. Each time you get back at somebody just because you didn't like the way they move, then all you're gonna know is getting back. So when you get married and you go through hard things, are you gonna keep getting back at this person? You're gonna end up in a divorce. And you're gonna end up
That's true. If you don't put a lid on that shit, yeah, you
I
right.
feel
no, like you're gonna
have
end up
conversations.
like have a conversation, like at least try to have a conversation to understand what you're feeling and what they're feeling. And if it doesn't work out, you don't have to get back. You be like, you know what? That's okay. because you know what? You're not the one for me and you lost something good. That's a better feeling than getting back at somebody and then when you look back at it, you're like, damn, I didn't really need to do that because I really just stooped so low to get back at somebody. Now it's like you're really causing a cycle of getting back, but you're not learning what each person is trying to teach you because majority of the time, like, yeah, they fucked up, but also on your part, there's something that you're doing that not saying it's like your fault. There's something that you're doing that this person doesn't like, and if they try to tell you and signal you, sending flares, and you're not listening, then it's just like, okay, this person's not listening, I'm just find something else. That's what you have to learn and grow from. It's about like becoming a better person. And yeah, you can't fix all your flaws. Every human has flaws, but there are certain flaws that you actually can fix, like listening and communicating. That's what everybody's trying to say, that in today's time, nobody is listening and communicating because they probably come from a dysfunctional ass family that doesn't listen or communicate. It's a cycle.
I agree.
Not saying like it's like everybody, gotta take accountability, but people gotta take accountability means like they acknowledge what they're doing. You have to acknowledge why you have to, what I mean by take accountability, I mean like for you have to acknowledge why you don't trust somebody. Why can't you be vulnerable? And why do you feel like you need to get vengeance? Those are the questions only you can answer. Nobody in this room can answer that for you. You have to figure out the roots of the issue. Like sometimes you talk about meditating. Meditating goes into reflection.
Oh,
so you gotta reflect on what you yourself need to work on and ask those hard-hitting questions like, why can I not open up to a woman to my partner that I'm with? Why can I not trust them? That's something you have to figure out on your own, because that person can't answer that question for you. It's something that you yourself have to work on in order to find the partner that's for you and to find peace. But if you haven't dealt with those issues, you're gonna run into the same thing again with another person. And this person can be good for you, but they probably won't be able to be put up with distrust. You're not opening up A, B, C, and D. They're just gonna be like, I can't do this. This is something you gotta work on. They could just be out. You want to get married. How are you gonna get married if you don't have trust and you can't open up? How are you gonna teach that to your kids? You're gonna tell them, no, don't be in your emotions. Then you're gonna see them doing the same things that you're doing, and it's gonna break you because you put this person out there and you're doing it to other people. So it's like an endless cycle that you yourself are causing, all because you didn't take the time to learn the lesson. You didn't take the time to be accountable. You didn't take the time to reflect and grow from it. And it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard at first, and that's fine. But it's better to work on it versus not doing anything. You get into different relationships. You want to get married, but the marriage is not going to work. You have kids. Kids go out there and do the same thing as somebody else. So to bring back to my first point, I don't think it's always good to get back at people. And I understand about getting back at people because I used to get back at people with screenshots and everything and cussing people out. No. I used to get back with screenshots, cussing people out, fighting and stuff, but realizing as I get older, I was like, I don't want to do that shit no more.
In year 26, I understand that. I haven't.
No, but it gets tiring because it's like I'm tired.
tired
I'm
of
not
shit.
trying to die young like all these other people that die young from emotions and always being angry and always getting back. I want to be peaceful, and the people that are not for me are outside looking in, and the people that are for me are inside and are for me and in my corner that I can trust and open up to. I'd rather have that than have a whole bunch of ops around me that's not for me and doing shit and make me feel all types of way.
I mean, I'm where you are now as a 26-year-old. Now, I understand that perspective, but at the same time, like, I haven't completely abandoned the stuff that I've been telling y'all so far this year. Like, I'm consciously holding on to it just in case, because I haven't ventured out too far in the aspect of walking away.
So, just to piggyback on a little off on Asia, like, sometimes you may get with somebody and you don't realize the trauma that they had when they come into the relationship. Like, the person could be insecure, they may have rejection issues. Yeah, it is their responsibility as an adult to work on those things before they get in a relationship, but sometimes people have those issues when they get in a relationship. Doesn't necessarily make them a bad person, but it's like, let's say you're in a relationship with someone and your girl, she has rejection issues, and she's constantly telling you like, hey, I need this from you, and you're not doing it for them, they're gonna feel rejected. And sometimes when people feel rejected, they go and do things because that inner child, because all the trauma is your inner child trauma. So the inner child in them is going to make a bad decision because their needs aren't getting met. That's what children do. They act out because they haven't taken time. Not to excuse, those behaviors, because it is your responsibility to work on those. If you have rejection issues, you have insecurities, it's your job to work on those things because you're bringing it into your relationship. But sometimes it takes you understanding that person. Like, hey, this person's not trying to be malicious. They're not trying to be terrible, but they've been screaming out like, hey, this is what I need from you. I need this from you. And you're not meeting their needs. So, and then somebody comes along and is giving them what they need. They're going to go after that thing. It's not right, but that's just happening. That's why you have to communicate, like, understand who your partner is. That's why you have to communicate, because I don't think some people are bad, but a lot of people aren't. They just have a lot of shit that they've been through that they didn't deal with.
Yeah, true.
And to bring in case in point, it's not just partners, it's like friendships as well. Like, I have a story, I'm not gonna
Tell me about it.
I have a story, but I'm not gonna say who this person is. But like, this person, and they're close to me, is a type like how you are, by always getting back, always being angry, and never took accountability. Never. Don't listen, don't communicate, don't hear another person out. You wanna know where this person is? At home, alone. Nobody by their side. I'm not even by their side. They're alone because they don't know how to take accountability. They have trust issues. They always have to feel like in every single situation is a get back. They only care about is their way or the highway. And that person is outside that door and they are alone. They're alone. They have nobody. They burn bridges with people and not understand how they affect other people. So that person that I'm talking about is like currently right now alone because of that. When you don't learn and don't grow from the pains you went through, or when you do stuff to people and you think it's okay to not take accountability or like learn and reflect, you end up alone. And it's not good. Like, would you want to be alone on your deathbed, nobody by your side? It's not good. And there are plenty of people that do stuff like that, always getting back, and the people around them is like tired of it. And they end up alone. Even parents end up alone because of stuff like that. No children by their side, not even their grandchildren. They're alone on their deathbed because they can't take accountability and they can't get past with whatever issues they're going through. And they're alone because nobody wants to deal with that. And hey, they probably tried to fix it, but this person don't want to be fixed. Everybody just keep having that same thought process, thinking that it's working, but one by one, each child is gone. One by one, each grandchild is gone. They have nobody but themselves. And then they feel like all these people are against me, but not realizing that they are against them. Like that person is against them. Because you're putting everybody against you and you're not realizing that sometimes you can be the problem.
You have to, at the end of the day, and this is what we got to wrap it up at the end of the day, we all got to look in the mirror and say, if I wanted to date me, is this the person I wanted? That's what we got to look at. If you are not the person willing to not, let's not say bend or submit, but if you're not the person that's willing to accept flaws and fix your own self flaws, the person you're dating is not going to want to fix those flaws either. So you got to fix your flaws first. If it's insecurities, if it's self-esteem, if it's trust issues, you got to build that on your own. Because when you walk into the next relationship, because who knows? Your next relationship might be that God-given relationship that might be the one for you. But if you walk into it the wrong way, it's going to end the wrong way. So it's all about your self-respect and you having the standard for yourself first. And with that standard, we can move on to the next topic and the next thing in life.
Piggyback off what you just said, it all kind of comes down to being an individual. I have a quote that I always love to make. Being an individual is being able to walk through a maze of mirrors without acknowledging your reflection. And that may go over a lot of y'all heads, but I will break it down. If you can walk through a hallway of mirrors without noticing your reflection, you're an individual. Why? Because an individual will never need to acknowledge their reflection because they know who they are. If you truly know yourself, you will never have to look at yourself in the mirror to really try to understand who you are as a person. A lot of times we're incapable of doing certain things because we don't truly know ourselves like we claim we do. So even when it comes down to whether it's your love language, whether it's getting even or whatever truth you choose to cling to, it all starts with knowing yourself. And knowing yourself is what it means to be an individual. And I'll leave it at that.
With that being said, this has been a great podcast, great conversation, guys. I love it all. We might have to pick this up and have another conversation. That was really good that you, some points and some of the stuff we're going to have to really touch on in another podcast. Cause it's definitely some guys, it's definitely people out here who have that same thought process.
It's not to get our superstar right here, man.
I know, you hit it deep today. I don't know where this came from.
About 5 minutes of conversation.
I'm trying to shade for you. You turned into Deacon Angel today.
I am not. This is just based off of my experiences. This is my experiences. So don't be in the comments being assholes because I'm not going to read y'all comments and I'm not going to comment.
But
So you'll be talking to yourself too.
Don't forget about you, boat man.
Both hat.
that man was fishing today.
But this is based,
Oh, man.
again, this is based off of my life experience. It may not be yours, but this is mine.
But all the life experiences that's been explained today, do not take those for a grain of salt. Like we didn't go through those on our own. Then we had a team of people around us. We all had somebody to help us get through it. I understand that it took a lot even to bring these conversations up because some of these conversations have never been talked about with nobody. So please take those with a grain of salt and understand we're not sharing it to demeanor any person, but we want to explain facts and situations so we can help the next person in a similar situation get through it. But as we always know, it's been a great day, great podcast group we had today. This is Political Group Podcast. I am Lawrence Allen.
I am Erica Cummings.
Asia Huff.
That's the Bergeron.
Amari Rakestraw.
Can't I know?
Can't let know. I have to kill me every time. With that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We will see you next time.
I want to go.
That one went long.
That was a good one.
I don't know. I thought y'all ready to kick my ass at one point. Now.
It was still going.